Well, hey there guys. It's Hanny B, and it sure has been a while since I've seen you. I hope you've been well. Today I'm taking you along with me while I plan for the month of December. Can you believe it's December already? I can't. Anyways, if you're interested in some good old-fashioned bullet journaling, like the clips you see here, then keep on watching, maybe give it a like, and consider subscribing. And let's just jump right into this. Since September, I've been doing 2 separate monthly spreads, and I have really enjoyed doing it this way. So for December, I'm continuing this trend, and I really wanted to achieve one layout which incorporates more vibrant colors like mint and red, and another layout which lacks color and looks more wintry. So for the Minty Spread, I laid out all the pieces I wanted to incorporate, making sure I liked where they were placed, and then I began to glue them down. As always, I will try to include where I found all the items in both of these spreads in the description down below. However, I didn't use many photos from the internet this time, which is rare for me. Most of the pieces are either things I've purchased from my local craft store or from my local antique shop. So once I've glued those down, I'm writing out December on this red tag. I'm using a black retractable Sharpie to make some serif lettering, and then I'm using a white jelly roll pen to create some highlights. I bought this white pen on a whim. Like, it was right next to the cash register, and I thought, why not? Which is a very dangerous game to play as someone who loves stationery. But it has significantly improved my journaling game. And I think I got a pack of 2 or maybe 3 for $3, so I definitely recommend them. I can't even tell you how much I use this pen now. Next, I'm gluing down some paper with music notes on it, because how can you not associate the holidays with music? I'm also sticking down a little red rose sticker. Then I am making a section for what I am thankful for every day. I've really enjoyed including a gratitude log on my monthlies, and I want to continue doing it until I'm bored with it and include something new and different. But for now, I will stick with the gratitude log. Speaking of being grateful, I am sectioning off an area for a Penpal Log, and I am so grateful for everyone who has been writing me letters for the past few months. It has been so fun to get to know some of you through snail mail. This might sound nerdy, but it feels more authentic and special somehow, in a way I don't really know how to describe. So thank you. Next, I'm adding 31 lines for the 31 days in December, duh. And in the extra space, I'm drawing a few stars hanging down from the title. Then I'm including a little pink sticker, and on it I'm writing Note to Self. Here, obviously, is where I'll include a reminder message to myself for the month. I usually think about whatever I want to focus or work on for that month, and then I just let the pen write what I'm thinking. It's a very positive, self-love kind of stream of consciousness, and I won't read all of it here, but if you're curious, I'll post the full message on my Tumblr, which I'll put the link to in the description. And while you're there, you can also message me if you'd like to become pen pals. I am using a red pencil to add little accents and pops of color to the spread, and just adding some finishing touches before moving on to part 2. So in this second spread, like I mentioned, I wanted this to be much less saturated. I wanted it to feel very cold and vintage and snowy, so I'm including a lot of black and white photographs as well as postcards I've collected from an antique shop. This is actually a photocopy of one of the postcards because I didn't have the heart to write on the original. So I made several copies of it and stashed the original copy in a safe space. Is anyone else weird like that? Or is it just me? Just me? Oh, okay, cool. Let's move on. this month is actually my boyfriend's birthday and our anniversary and Christmas. So yeah, December is a very busy month. But anyways, I wanted to include a little romance into the spread since we're coming up on 3 years. Woohoo! I have been waiting so long to use this photo of a snowy cabin in the woods. But I knew I had to wait for a more appropriate month. Like, you can't just use a snowy picture in April. And I think it fits perfectly here. I'm also using the same white pen from earlier to add accents on the photo like trees and the word burr. This really gives the photo a little oomph and makes it come to life in my eyes. I've also included a bit of a postcard that has a Christmas greeting on it that says, "Christmas greeting, a blithe and jolly Christmas, a Merry Christmas, dear, a Merry, Merry Christmas, and a fair New Year." I like the way that it fit along with the other things included in the spread, and of course, how could I not include a Christmas poem on December? I had to. So next, I am adding a section to mark my social media growth for the month. Also, yes, let me point out that at some point, I knocked my tripod, so the angle gets messed up. I do notice, and I fix it at some point, but it is a tad annoying for a few seconds. Now I'm adding the dates to my mood calendar with a gray mild liner. I do it this way so that once all the days are filled in, you can't really see where the dates were, so it looks less like a calendar and more like a big, semi-cohesive quilt. I'm using that same mild liner to write the month and the year, and then taking a black pen, I'm adding some shadows around the letters to create depth. But not before I knock the angle over more. Yes, I promise I'll fix it. Now I'm adding a speech bubble that says how I currently feel, and I'm also adding some washi tape. Whoop, there we go, back to the right angle. I am very professional. So here's a trick I like to use when I need more journal space or I need a hidden place to write things. Instead of gluing this graph paper down, I'm using a piece of washi tape to hold it in place, and then I can write important dates on top of the paper, and underneath it I can make a checklist of presents I still need to buy because I wait till the very last minute. Haha, procrastinators unite. Tomorrow. I'm adding a little more washi tape here with some deer head silhouettes on them to help with the wintry vibe I'm aiming towards. Then I'm adding some stickers, one that says celebrate and another that used to say Christmas Day until I cut the day off. So now it says celebrate Christmas. It may come as no surprise that next I'm adding some doodles like exclamation points, roses, sparkles, and stars. Really just anything that looks cute and fills up space. Lastly, I'm adding in the dates I need to remember, and using the same red pencil from earlier, I'm adding a tiny pop of color. And that's it. Now it's time for some fancy close-ups. I know I must say this at the end of every Plan With Me video, but I'm so very happy with these two spreads, and I'm also loving the different vibes they give me for the holidays. Although I can't believe it's the last month of 2017, I'm thankful for all the good things I've experienced and the lessons I've learned this year. I think I'm definitely excited for what 2018 has in store. I hope you are too. And I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a like and consider subscribing because I make videos like this one sometimes. Sometimes I make videos. I hope December treats you well and you have a wonderful holiday season no matter what you celebrate. The last few years have taken a toll on all of us, but let's hold out hope for brighter days. I love you, stay hydrated, and stay cheery. Bye, guys.